Hey everyone, it's Meg here with Fit Physiotherapy, and I am going to talk to you today about diastasis recti abdominis. Diastasis, diastasis recti abdominis. And there is a whole whack of information out there about this disorder now that most, if not all, women undergo, or not undergo, that most women will experience when they are pregnant. But that doesn't mean the information is always super helpful. Today I'm hoping to shed some light on a different way to think about it that will hopefully help with your rehab strategy and healing and strengthening your core. And I'm going to do so today with the help of our favorite fruit around here, bananas. So, any of you who are watching, I would imagine, have a vested interest in watching, and you've likely seen the images out there of the diastases. So the separation in the abdominals goes something like this. You get pregnant, the abdominals start to separate, and then you've got this sort of gap between them where everything feels like it's kind of falling out. And that gives us the appearance or the feeling of that mummy tummy that we just can't get rid of. And women seem desperate to figure out all the ways to close this gap so they can have a nice, flat, strong belly. And therefore, with those thoughts in mind, the strategy becomes how quickly or how effectively or how can I close that gap? All my problems will be solved and we will all live happily ever after. Well, today I would like you to think of it with a different lens. And I want you to think of it this way. So imagine I've been transected in half. You're now looking at a cross-section of my abdominals, okay? And this elastic now between these bananas becomes super relevant and important. So here I am. Imagine me. I'm in my 20s, not a care in the world, flat belly, don't even have to work at it. Life is good. And then I get pregnant. And as my belly grows, that elastic stretches. And that elastic is the connective tissue, the linea alba between our abdominals. And it grows and grows and grows and grows. And it grows some more. And then I have this baby. I birthed this baby. My baby's so lovely and adorable. But what happens to that connective tissue? Well, you know, our bellies will naturally shrink somewhat. But that connective tissue oftentimes just becomes very loose, it becomes very slack. And now, you know, we've had our baby for some time and we're starting to say, hey, what do I now do about this midsection? I feel weak, I have back pain, my pelvis feels funny, I have this belly I can't get rid of. I know I need to close that gap. I need to do a whole whack of exercises to close that space between my abdominals because that's what everyone tells me I need to do. And you may not be entirely wrong, but you may be going at it with the wrong approach. Okay, so think of this. Here's my abdominals and here's that connective tissue. If all I'm focusing on is closing that gap, that slack tissue either starts to bunch in, and that feels like functionally like this cavern or divide that you can sink your fingers in between the abdominals. Or that connective tissue bulges outward. And that gives that dome shape that sticks out when you engage your abdominals. And both of which we all kind of know are not correct or not functional, but we don't really know what to then do about that. And what I want you to think about is maybe the answer, not maybe, we know, the answer doesn't necessarily lie in how well you're able to approximate your abdominals, but how well you're able to generate tension between them. And for some women, that gap may actually widen. But here I am with a fairly wide gap, but a taut elastic. And that taut elastic completes the circle that makes up my core. And the abdominals are just that. They're a circle that wrap around us. They give our pelvis stability. They give our spine stability. And when you generate tension through here, boom, everything is supported. When we can't generate tension properly, and that may be with that strategy of trying to close the gap, then there's nothing really preventing excessive movement or hypermobility through that pelvis and that back. Okay, so we won't get into it right now of how we go about and create this tension. But as you can probably start to imagine, it comes from working those deeper muscles first. Okay, when we work the transverse abdominis or deepest abdominis, when we work the pelvic floor, and those start firing beautifully together along with the diaphragm, then we're able to start to generate tension here. When we work the superficial abdominals first, and we don't create stability from within, then we continue to perhaps propagate that problem and not functionally stabilize ourselves well. So, my friends, you can think of your bananas this way, but I encourage you to think of your bananas this way, okay? And what you are doing to create tension, create stability, and create a happy low back and pelvis and core. Yeah, hi. Oh, you want to book in for an appointment? Yeah, no problem. Hello? Oh, you like my vlog? Oh, good to know. Yeah. Hello? Oh, right. Yeah, no, I know. I do only wear Lululemon. Oh, yeah. We can fix your core. No problem.